The Thai government's intent is to introduce a game-changing superyacht charter license, so the big boys like these fellas, set up on the far docks of the Thailand Yacht Show, will return with their friends in years to come. The poster child for the government's campaign has been the stunning Norman Foster designed superyacht Ocean Emerald. We send Isaac off to sit down with Ocean Emerald's owner, Nigel Plaskett, to find out what the big deal is about big boat charters.
Thank you for having us aboard Ocean Emerald, Nigel. It's a stunning vessel. Tell me a little bit about it.
Firstly, welcome to come aboard. Built in Europe, 2006. Designed by Norman Foster on the exterior, and obviously he's a British designer. Designed the Wembley Stadium in England, plus Monaco, the new clubhouse there. And then it was actually constructed in the Rodriguez yard in Italy.
Alright.
And then came over here in January of last year.
And now you've made some changes to the interior side of the design, correct?
Yeah, we tried to soften it.
Okay.
It was extremely modern, very futuristic and not comfortable. So we've tried to make it more homely.
Yeah, it's really an extraordinary design, inside and outside. I can see the need to make it more homely inside, just so it is comfortable. But the outside is just striking. What drew you to the vessel?
Because it was different.
Yeah.
it does, wherever you go, yeah, it does stand out. It looks extremely different. There's only 3 of them in the world. Therefore, you've got nothing else like it, or the chance of seeing something else like it. And I always like to have something striking, something different. But as well as that, it's extremely usable space. There's a lot more space on this than there is a boat of the same sort of size because of the design. So it literally fits all the things that I wanted in the next yacht to have. So hence, bought it and moved it to Asia.
Now, why did you move it to Asia? What was the incentive there?
My home is Asia.
Okay.
And on top of that, I think you've got the nicest cruising grounds. In Europe, it's so crowded. You haven't got the stunning rock formations and things like that, apart from maybe around Turkey and things like that. But it's many more people. And here, it's like the undiscovered cruising ground.
And that's part of the thing is we're seeing with the push at the Thailand Yacht Show. We're seeing how everyone's talking about Asia, Phang Nga Bay being the new cruising grounds, and people moving their yachts from the Med over to this region. What kind of markets, especially on the charter side, what kind of markets are they seeing themselves?
It is developing. It's in the very early stages. You're starting to get customers coming over here from Europe who've chartered in the Mediterranean. We've had customers on board who've chartered before in the Caribbean, and they've decided to try this. But it is very new. A lot of Chinese clients, Russian clients, but it's really at the beginning in my mind, and it's going to develop more over the next few years, without a doubt.
Now, another one of the things a lot of people are talking about is the injection of money into the local economy. In a month or two, what kind of money would you end up pushing into the local economy here?
To give you an example, the 5 weeks over the Christmas period in January, I looked on our provisioning bill for food and everything. We spent just under 2 million baht.
Just for food?
In Phuket. Just for food and general provisioning, things like that. On top of that, all our crew are all Thai.
Okay.
So you're providing employment there. On top of that, the clients you bring on board, they want to go out sometimes. So there's a lot of benefits to the economy from it, without a doubt.
And with your Thai employees, I mean, are you training them up, or where are they coming from?
We're training them up. We're getting people who have history. Maybe they've been working in a small marine or a small boat. We're sending them off to get their qualifications. We're training them up, employing them. We've got a Thai company who employed them through. So their standards going up, without a doubt. And yes, they do. There's a lot of training involved for sure, but that's part of the fun of it.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, breaking into a new market,
and they're learning English. They're very good at learning. They're interested to learn, so it all makes it fun. It makes it interesting.
And how many staff then? How many people to run the vessel?
Cruise with 10.
Cruise with 10.
Yeah, 10 crew on board. 10 crew on board.
And now is that including you?
That includes myself. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then you're always on board when you're doing
always
this, right?
On charter. I always make sure I'm on board. Yeah.
Why is that?
To make sure it runs smoothly. To be liaised between the guests and the crew. If there's any problems, you can help. In addition, you need to have someone who picks up all the pieces, because there's always something that's left over a bit. So I always make sure that I can make it happen, basically.
Sounds incredible. Thank you so much for having me on board. I really appreciate it.